Have you ever wondered what the most boring place in Fortnite is? I have, and it's right here. You can think it's a normal hillside, but there's a tiny secret which we'll come back to later. Hi, my name is Juan, and I'll be your tour guide through the most boring and odd places in the Fortnite island. This video is actually inspired by another YouTuber that I really enjoy watching called Annie Austin. So go watch some of his videos because they are weirdly educational. So, as we all know, Fortnite is now in Season 3, and I was thinking of making this actually a week ago, but I decided to wait till the new season comes out, so any locations I found wouldn't be replaced by something cooler, like the 4 new POIs that are shown on the map. Now there's a few spots that I found that could hold the title of the most boring place, so we're gonna look at those first before we go to the one I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Our first stop is located somewhere around here, where we find this pond. There are actually no items or chests to be found except for this Reboot van that's crashed into the tree. I don't believe this is a certified parking zone, but I could be wrong, so tell me in the comments. Normally, this van existing here wouldn't make this area boring since it has a function for players to visit, except if you are playing solos. Reboot vans are essentially pointless while playing solo, so there would be no reason to ever come to this pond during the game. It's kind of poetic, actually. The world's loneliest Reboot van. Okay, let's move on to our next location of the day. Found all the way north of the island, you will see this hidden campsite. It's secluded high up on this hill or mountain or something, and has a single tent. Someone went through the trouble to set up camp all the way out here, which is strange. There's even a huge rock that blocks any line of sight from that part of the world. It's clear whoever this mystery stranger is, they did not want to be found. You would need to go out of your way to find this place. Other than the campsite, there's also some lovely flowers, a nice view of the ocean. Maybe you could do a cool jump into the water below and take a swim. It is a very boring place, however. But is it the most boring? I don't think so. I do wish to give this place a name, so I'll call it Lonely Lookout, and maybe Epic will add it as a landmark. Now I'm gonna poorly transition to the next topic. This video is sponsored by me. I make videos sometimes that you would probably like, so why not subscribe and use code JuanTheMovie. I don't know what using a code does, but I have one and you can use it if you want. Thanks. Also follow my Twitch. This next spot is actually right next to the Reboot van. It's this bridge. You might think it's just a typical bridge, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone really use this bridge conventionally. There's no cars in the village, and once you take a car past the bridge, it comes to an abrupt stop. There would be no reason for a player to drive across this bridge. There is one thing though, it's underneath the bridge. There's a lone chest. Looking dejected, the chest hit rock bottom. Nearby is a river that once existed. Now there are other chests under other bridges, but this one feels so small. I'm very curious how many times this chest has been opened. I don't think it's a lot. Maybe in the hundreds? Well, the hundreds is still a lot, but it's so out of the way. So similar to the Reboot van, I feel like this might be the loneliest chest in the whole game. I don't have much time before the police find me, so let's quickly move on to the final spot of our tour. Hey, look at that, we're back here. This is, in my opinion, the most boring place in the entire chapter. There are no rocks sticking out, no chest found here. There's a launch pad on one of the peaks of the hills, but almost all the other mountains have one, so it doesn't really count. These grass plains are as clean as the old Windows background. It's really odd. I did see a strange detail. Look at this patch of grass here. You see something odd about it? That's right, it's spray painted red. I wonder why. There's not really anything red around here. It seems whoever painted the red grass and trees accidentally left a mark here, which is so interesting. It's such a small detail, and in an area that's already been empty, where no one seemed to have noticed it. I don't actually know how long it's been here either. It could have been here since season 1. If you did come through here while running from the storm, I doubt you did any double take and just soak in the sheer dullness of this small mountain range. You don't do anything here. No one would drop here or take a look at that red patch of grass. In other words, it's absolutely boring, which leads us to the end of our tour. Thank you for watching this completely useless video. I'm surprised you stuck around this long to even hear me say that. Please go check out Any Austin, and that's it. Adios.